Hello everybody and welcome in this video. In this video I'm going to explain to you exactly what the Whaleportal platform actually is and how you can use this website for your Bitcoin trading. And guys, I have to tell you already right now, the people that are using the data that is presented right here on this website have a significant higher chance of being a profitable trader than the ones that are not doing this. You gotta look at this from the following perspective. Let's say you're analyzing the market and you only look at the regular charts and you're drawing some lines, you maybe use some indicators and so on. You basically looking at a 2D map. You're looking at a 2D image because you're only looking at two dimensions, right? You're looking at price and you're looking at time. We have on the one axis we have time, and on the other axis we have the price. So this is a 2D way of viewing the markets, 2D perspective. But when you include derivative exchange data, which is basically data from what the traders at this specific moment are doing, you are adding an extra dimension to your trading strategy, to your perspective, which will significantly increase your chances of becoming profitable and have a better understanding of these markets. And that's what it's all about. You gotta have this edge against other traders, right? So everyone can do TA, everyone can draw a triangle, but if you know the mechanics behind the price action, you can be more sure of a certain outcome. And this is what Whaleportal basically is offering to you guys. So I'm going to start with explaining the dashboard right here, and later on we will go into these different pages of the website. First of all, this is the homepage, whaleportal.com. Right here you can see the ticker. We have Bitcoin, but this is also possible to flip to Ethereum. So right here we can click on Ethereum and it will flip to Ethereum. So right now you can only analyze basically Bitcoin and Ethereum. Right here you can see the Bitcoin price, the 24-hour change. So how much did the price change in the last 24 hours? You can see the low of that day, the high of the day as well. So that is normally when you're looking at a candlestick on a daily time frame. Let's see it like this. You have on a candle, you have the low right here, there's the shadow of the wick, and you got the high. That is what is displayed over here. Here we can see the Bitcoin balance on exchanges, the amount of Bitcoins that are on exchanges in US dollar value. Here you can actually see the chart. Let's start with having a look at the Bitcoin exchange balance. This chart basically tells us whether Bitcoins are being sent to exchanges or whether they are withdrawn. And this can be very helpful because when a lot of Bitcoins are sent to exchanges, most of the time traders do that with one intention, and that is to sell their Bitcoin. I wouldn't trade only based on this metric, but you can see, or you will see, that it can carry a lot of significance. So let's take the first example right here. We get a very big spike in the Bitcoin balance on exchanges, which means that Bitcoins are being sent to the exchange. And this was on the starting from the 24th of October, going on till the 25th, 22nd of October, of 25th, 26th. If we go to the price right here, we can see that the 25th of October 2021, that was right here. You see already a short-term dump, but what you can already see is that later the price of Bitcoin actually goes down. This is also, it can be functioning as a direct indicator, but it can also show you basically the market behavior of the traders, right? When a lot of traders are sending Bitcoin to exchanges, they do that most likely with the intention to sell. So what you basically want to see is, you want to see for the price to go up, you want to see the Bitcoins leaving the exchanges, because therefore there will be less Bitcoin on the market to sell, which basically means that there can be less potential selling pressure. Let's have a look at this example. This was the 20th of July till the 21st, 22nd. Which year was that? That was 2022. So let's go to the 22nd of July 2022. Where is that? So that is right here, guys. We can see that it already started earlier, right? It already starts at the 20th. We are seeing the Bitcoin balance on exchange increase, but it goes a little bit through in the coming days. That was at these candles. So what we are seeing afterwards is we still see Bitcoin make quite a drop. Of course, a couple of days later, we recover, but in general, you can see that the price is coming down again due to the fact that the Bitcoins are being sent to exchanges. And you can look at this chart at all these different examples. Most of the time when the Bitcoin balance on exchanges increases, we are seeing sooner or later the price coming down. And the opposite is true as well. When the Bitcoin balance on exchanges decreases, we are seeing often that the price can get some bullish momentum. So that is one way how you can use the Bitcoin exchange balance. But I would use it personally really to confirm your thesis. So if you are looking for a Bitcoin top and you are thinking that the Bitcoin price is going down, and you can see that in the chart with a pattern, you can see it, for example, in the funding rates, and you see an increase in the Bitcoin balance on exchanges, that will make the chances that your thesis is right significantly higher than if you don't have this data, right? If you have all this data to back up your thesis, it will make you a monster trader, because you can get so much control over the markets, way more control than the average trader. Normally, people just looking at triangle formations, looking at a breakout or breakdown. But if you look at this data, you can actually increase your odds of succeeding. So when you, for example, see a triangle formation and you expect a breakout to the upside, let's say it like this, but you see a significant increase in Bitcoin balance on exchanges, you can already tell to yourself, okay, I might not take that trade because I see an increased risk. And I'm not going to take that risk because my chances of winning are decreasing. That's everything that is about trading. It's about your probability of winning, right? There is never a certainty. When someone comes to you and tells you, I know for sure that this and this is going to happen, you better stop listening to that person, because nobody knows for sure. I've seen the best traders, institutional traders, making wrong decisions. This is normal, this is human. Companies make wrong decisions as well. But if you take all the data and you take an extra dimension of data which other people are not using, it will give you a major advantage against other traders. Then when we scroll down right here, guys, we have the price. You can change the price right here to a daily time frame. You can have a look at the 1 minute time frame as well. This is just to have a general view of what the price is doing. Is the price going up or down? But of course, it's always good to have another tab open with trading view to basically analyze the price a little bit better. Then we have the funding rates, guys. The funding rates is such an important metric. Is maybe one of the most important metrics for short-term trading. Generally, you gotta say, like, when funding rates are positive, it can create selling pressure, and when funding rate is negative, when it is yellow, it can create buying pressure. Negative means the majority of the traders are shorting right now. Positive means the majority of the traders are longing right now. But there's another way to use this metric as well, and that is by determining market conditions. What we often see, and this is a golden tip, which almost nobody knows, which you should write it down, you should print this in your mind, because it can really help you in your trading game. If the price goes down over a period of time with negative funding rates, you have an increased likelihood that you actually entered a bear market. When the price goes up with positive funding, we have a likelihood or a increased likelihood of Bitcoin entering a bull market. And you can see that already right here. The funding rates has been positive during the time of Bitcoin when we were trading right here. So what we can see is the funding rates are positive, but price doesn't really come down and actually eventually goes up. Also during this time when Bitcoin goes up, the funding rates were positive. This is something that you don't see in a bear market. In a bear market, when the funding rate is positive, price goes down. So right here we have positive funding. Right here we have positive funding rates. Right here we have positive funding rates as well. So right here, guys, when Bitcoin was actually forming this low, we already knew that Bitcoin entered a bull market and that we are going to see a massive rally. We've shared this also over on Whale Alerts. This is something I will explain to you in a bit. But we've been sharing right here that we are going to look for long positions because the Bitcoin price is going up with positive funding. Just only on that signal. And afterwards, we have seen a massive rally in the price of Bitcoin. Actually, a substantial rally. If we take it from the bottom till the high, we had a rally of roughly 45%. That is quite crazy, right? So that is some way how to use the funding rates. When it's negative, the price goes up. When it's positive, price goes down. But it depends which market conditions we are in. Are we in a bull market? Then with negative funding, price goes up. Are we in a bear market? With positive funding, price goes down. Then, guys, let's go to the next chart. And I will have some documents for you guys where you can read more about this. Yeah, you can actually check here the average funding fee, but you can also look at separate funding metrics. For example, the one for BitMEX. But I think it's good to look at the average funding fee. This is also not visible on any other website because we are calculating our own average funding fee based on all of these exchanges. So yeah, this you can basically find only right here on Whaleportal. Then we go to the premium index, guys. The premium index is very interesting as well because I'd never heard any other trader talking about this. Like literally, how do I know it then? Because I found it out by myself. I was looking at the premium index and I've seen that every time we hit a extreme in the premium index, the price of Bitcoin reverses. At least if you want to see a reversal, the price has to hit an extreme. What is the premium index? Well, the premium index basically shows the difference between the spot price of Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin on the spot market, and the price of Bitcoin on the leverage markets. Right? And if you look, and we also calculate the average premium index. So you can better look at it a daily perspective. To see the big amounts. Of course, it's nice to watch in a 1 minute perspective as well. For example, right here, we had at 9/11/2022, we have a huge candle right here. I can already tell you right now, most likely we will see a reversal at that time. So check 9/11/2022. Let's have a look. 9/11 September. Yeah, actually it's true. Because this was 9, you see, 9/11, 9 November was this candle, guys. Exactly the bottom of the Bitcoin price. Exactly on the day. This was the exact bottom. And afterwards we see a reversal. So the first sign, you can look at this in the premium index to check for a reversal if you see an extreme reading. But of course, if you see it in the moment, you can see on the exact minute when it happens. So right now we're just looking at the daily chart, right? But if it happens at the exact minute, you can see it directly when on that day it happens. So right here we have another one, 14th of October 2022. Let's have a look, 14th of October. Here we also see that Bitcoin actually, after hitting the extreme, is actually this candle. We saw a reversal, right? We go from a downtrend back into a uptrend. It at least holds for multiple days, maybe even 2 weeks going in a uptrend. But the first sign that we get is a extreme reading on the premium index. Also, when you look at the others, most likely you will see a reversal during those time. So that's how you can use the premium index, and that's also how powerful it is. But do take in mind, guys, that not every extreme reading has to be a reversal. So you gotta combine that with different metrics, right? You gotta look in the chart. Do you expect a reversal? Patch, you see a high reading on premium index, maybe bullish divergence, maybe negative funding rates, and so on. If you combine all these metrics and you see, oh, yes, 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 you can almost 100% certain, okay, we get a reversal. The more metrics scream the same scenario, the more certain you can be. So guys, when you normally open a trade on Bitcoin, you can either do that with a limit order or a market order. And with a limit order, you are a market maker because you're providing liquidity to the order book. But if you do it with a market order, you are a liquidity taker, which means this is exactly what we are measuring right here. How many people are opening a buy order on Bitcoin with a market order? And when people do that with a market order, it shows that they don't care about paying a premium because it's more expensive to open a trade with a market order. They don't care about that. So guys, let's take an example right here on the 4-hour chart, and that is right here on the 23rd of January, 5 o'clock in the night. We get a very high reading, which means lots of people are buying with a market order. So that's 5 o'clock in the morning, on the 23rd of January. Let's have a look at the 23rd of January. Where is that? 23rd of January at 5 o'clock. That is exactly right here. So right here we can see a lot of people buying with a market order, and what happens afterwards, the price goes up. And it goes up for a couple of hours. So again, this you shouldn't take these things literally. So every time you get a high reading on the take buy sell ratio, doesn't mean you gotta go ape into long positions, 100x leverage. No. You gotta be careful, okay? You gotta look at multiple metrics, okay? What do I see in the charts? Regular technical analysis, the 2D map, right? What kind of pattern do we see? Are we touching resistance or support? Then we go to the 3D perspective. What are the funding rates saying? What is the premium index saying? What is the take buy sell ratio saying? And then you gotta put those blocks together. You gotta learn to think, put those blocks together. And then you can get a better understanding. So this is just another metric in the ton of metrics that you are going to use to become a profitable trader. Then last but not least on this page is the open interest. And the open interest is a very good indicator to show you whether a rally is healthy or not. When a rally goes up, and I can show you it better with another page right here. But basically when the price goes up and the open interest goes up, is healthy. It looks more healthy, the rally. When price goes down, open interest goes down, is also healthy. But when there's a divergence between those two, it's unhealthy and you have a higher chance on a reversal. With that being said, let's go through the other things right here on the Whaleportal platform. First of all, you got the charts right here. So all of these charts you can watch separately in a different page. You just click right here in charts. You click, for example, on funding rates. Here you can see the funding rates. You can even see it in more detailed, more historic data, and with a small explanation on what the funding rates basically are. But if you want to really get to know how to use these charts, you click right here on Learn, because there we have some better articles explaining you exactly how to use these metrics. Here you have, for example, the Bitcoin balance on exchanges, the open interest, fear and greed index, premium index, funding rates, take buy sell ratio. For example, if we go to the open interest right here, we've actually made like illustrations where you can see what if the price does this, what if open interest does that, what does that mean? Is that bullish or is that bearish? How can we use this? So I would highly recommend every single one of you to read all of these articles over on whaleportal.com, because it will give you a better understanding on how to use these metrics, but also to read these blocks. We are often focusing on time analysis, and that is what we are doing in these blocks as well. We are talking about the Shemitah cycle, 7-year cycle. We nailed it by actually predicting the top in the regular financial markets and in Bitcoin based on this cycle. We have a 16-year cycle, which is predicting a very bullish Bitcoin price this year, 2023. And we got Sunspot cycle in Bitcoin, also very interesting. I would highly recommend you to read that. Then we got some extra data right here. We got a Bitcoin halving countdown. And this is quite nice because here you can basically see when the next halving is going to occur, a lot of information, what the halving is, and so on. This is just for informative purposes. Then we got another section, guys, that is called Whale Alerts, and that is the extra program for active traders. And you can join Whale Alerts by just joining Bybit with the affiliate link here on the website. So you have to click on this image right here. It will bring you to the Bybit website. There you gotta sign up, and if you signed up, you deposit like roughly $100 and you can submit your user ID right here, email address and Telegram handle, and we will put you into the Telegram channel. In that Telegram channel, guys, we have the signals that you normally have on Whaleportal. For example, extreme reading in the premium index. These signals are automated over on Whale Alerts. So when the funding changes from positive to negative, that is automated on the Whale Alerts channel. We have the premium indexes automated on the Whale Alerts channel. But we do also extra analysis over there, like which altcoins to buy, when to long and short Bitcoin. So you will get a little bit more information over on the Whale Alerts channel. Guys, that was it for this video. I hope this video clears up how you can use the Whaleportal dashboard. I hope it's clear. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. If you like this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up. If you are new, make sure to subscribe to this channel. And I wish every single one of you an awesome day today. And I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.